We actually have two different kinds of intelligences. One is the one that we're most familiar with, and that's what comes from our mind. Our brain is pretty smart. It's intelligent. It's a really good computer. But our brain isn't very wise. It really only knows whatever has been inputted into it from the past. And what's been inputted into it doesn't always serve us and isn't always true. And that is especially said for all of the beauty standards and ideals and ideas that we have about foods being good or bad, what you should eat, when you should eat, how you should look, how much you should weigh. All of this information has been inputted into this really smart brain, and it's running all the time, and it's always looking for ways to help us feel better. But the problem is that it's feeding us oftentimes not very wise information, and it doesn't always work for us. But thankfully, we have a much deeper intelligence, and it actually lives, I think, within our hearts, within our bodies. It's where we can access it. It's this deeper intelligence that is in our body that runs all of the billions of functions or even trillions of functions that are happening all day long. It's the intelligence that knows, how do you heal a cut when a cut happens? How does that happen? It's the intelligence that knows how to digest your food. Our brain isn't there telling it how to operate, it's doing it on its own. And it's the same intelligence that grows trees and grows flowers. How do flowers know to turn to the sun? It just happens. They don't have this little brain in there that's telling it what to do. So what is this intelligence? How does it know to do that? There's this natural intelligence in nature, and that lives within us too. And it is always going to give us the best, wisest guidance and information. But we often do not listen to it. We don't even know how to access it, because what's happening is our computer brain is running all the time, and that's what we're listening to. And more often than not, that brain is actually causing us anxiety, stress, worry, and bad information that is no longer serving us. So when we can start to really understand how this computer mind is working, and we really get to know it, then we don't necessarily have to listen to it all the time, and we can know, oh, I see what's going on here. It's just running that program. And it opens us up to listening to this inner wisdom. Understanding this and knowing this is a game changer. Life literally changes for you. And this is where I am always pointing clients to when it comes to feeling good in their bodies. It is how I feel good in my body, because I know that when I have a thought go through my head that says something critical, I know where that's coming from, and I don't have to listen to that. I also am connected to this inner wisdom, so I can trust that guidance to lead me on the next step, or to tell me really the truth about myself. So really understanding this is huge. It changes everything. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to follow this particular program. It's all within, and life is much more peaceful and calm, and you feel empowered and free, and you just know what to do. So how do you go about accessing this? It takes some time. It takes a little bit of learning. And there are actually 3 ways that I would love to be able to help you and guide you through this process. So the very first one I want to tell you about is a webinar that I have coming up next week. It's on February 23rd. The link is in my bio. If you can't attend that live, you can still register and get the recording. I'm going to start to introduce this and go over some of the key concepts so you can start to explore this for yourself and see how this is true for your in your life. You want to deepen this to start to, see the differences between the mind and the deeper intelligence. I have a free weekly meditation group that I run. It's a guided meditation for 10 minutes. You can sign up. Again, can't attend live every week. I send you the recording. And the third way, that if you really want to go deeper with this and you want to see how you can apply this to your life and how it works with your unique thoughts and the challenges that come up for you, my one-on-one coaching. You can work with me in Signal sessions. We can do it in some packages where I give you the most guided support that is out there. So all of those are available in the link in my bio. Check it out. Would love to see you next week at the webinar on the 23rd, or you can get the recording live. Any questions, send me, DM me, send me an email. We can talk.